Now, just remember, for anybody watching, any drivers watching or listening, whatever, where you finish in the sprint is where you will qualify for the race. So don't be too risky unless you're willing to risk it all. Dive bomb at your own risk, basically, is what I'm trying to put out here. But anyways, first or second ever sprint race in the ERS history. Who will take the top step for the second race? We'll watch from Damien's point of view. And lights out and away we go. Who got the better start? And it looks like everybody pretty much matched in pace, but Alex is still leading, but Rockstar right behind. Rockstar could go on the outside, brakes really early, doesn't want to risk anything into the first corner. And we have a Red Bull sideways on track, and then that leads to a Haas. Haas into the wall. There's only one Haas driving today, so we know exactly who it was. Haas in the wall, Red Bull sideways on track, and it wasn't the Red Bull Burt, it was the Red Bull of Snuck Me Bane. Rez all the way down to P13 at the start of the race. Plumpy moving down positions, now down to 7th and then up to 6th. Fighting Matt and fighting Clay. Stimrat already up to 7th with an amazing debut here for VCarb. But we still have a long race ahead of us. We've got 16 laps ahead of us. Burt now has one mission. His mission is to catch Alex, catch Rockstar, and get that P1. Damien needs to extend his lead for Alpine in the Drivers' Championship and hope it's enough points to try to catch in the Constructors. I also didn't mean to say extend. I meant to catch Plumpy in the Drivers. My bad. And it looks like Burt's going to dive bomb. Send it down the inside of the Ferrari of Rockstar. And yes, he does. They were once teammates. Now they're enemies. And it looks like Matt's actually keeping up with the rest of the pack. He's starting to break away, though, so he needs to catch back up. Rez, does he have wing damage? I cannot tell. It doesn't look like he does. Yes, he does. He has minor wing damage, but he needs to catch back up into the points, which is top 8 for a sprint race. Never mind, Rez does not have wing damage. But Haas is way too far back. Don Polio is going into the pits and pinning very early. Either way, Rockstar, Damien, and Matt are roll right on the back of each other. Really, everybody down to P9 is in a DRS train, but it looks like MC is starting to struggle to keep up. And Alex has been passed by Burt. Burt takes P1. Alex gets dirty tires, clips the grass, almost goes off the track, but still keeps it clean, keeps up to P2. Damien right behind, right on the back of the Ferrari. And Kool-Aid, a 3-second time penalty. We're going to see a lot more of those throughout the race. Now, he will have DRS. He has the ERS, but so does Burt. Burt has a lot more. Burt sets the fastest lap of the race so far with the 17.2 on his medium tires. Alex is right on the back of him, but he's not going to catch in time. He doesn't dive bomb. He gets dirty tires once again. If he keeps taking risks like that, he's going to spin out, and Alex is known to spin out. He needs to be careful, but Damien is now right on the back of them from those two fighting. Rockstar is starting to drop back. He's almost a second back as well. And it looks like Big P is back to spinning out. This man needs to figure something out with the setup, but he cannot stay on the track. This is not what Haas needs, not what Haas wanted. But now he's very, very far, and he's just burning his tires every single time he locks up and spins out. Polar is struggling for race pace. He struggled in qualifying. Now he's struggling in the race. 1.6, 1.7 seconds from Colt already. But here's the question. Can Alex catch the back of some? No! Damien has caught Alex. Alex, for some reason, not have the ERS, not the DRS, not have something. But Damien is going wheel to wheel with him, and Damien comes out of Sector 1 on top. P2 for Damien. Alex down to P3 is lost out on P1 and is all the way back down and almost off the podium as a Rockstar is now behind him. And Rockstar will be pressuring for a position. Matt and Plumpy do not get along. Now Plumpy has to chase down Matt for a position as well. Stay Matt right behind an F2 rookie. Here racing in F1. Plumpy is on the back foot for qualifying and looks to be almost on the back foot for the actual race as well. 3-second time penalty for Alex. I would almost say I called it. I knew that this was going to happen, but let's be honest, almost everybody here is probably going to get a time penalty before the end of the race. And Alex with another 3-second time penalty, but Damien with a 3-second time penalty as well, all in the same corner. How did Alex get another time penalty within the same 3 seconds? 6 seconds for Alex, 3 for Damien. That's really going to hurt Alex's chances at winning this race. Big P is about to get lapped by all the drivers ahead. And now Burt, if he can keep it clean, he can win this race. But keeping it clean here in Imola is going to be a struggle. Will Damien try to send down the inside? No, he doesn't. Damien is a very, very aggressive driver, but so is Bert, and so is Alex. 3 drivers that will crash out into each other if they're given the chance. Rockstar trying to stay back, doesn't want to risk anything. There's also no point to risk anything. Manager tires finish this race. Matt got passed by Plumpy. Now Matt is down to P6. Can Matt try to gain a position back on the McLarens? And Kool-Aid got another 3-second time penalty and has 6 seconds. Big P, 3-second time penalty. I don't know if I ever said that, but guess what? He has it. Either way, Stimrat has lost a lot of pace. Either he crashed out, spun out, something. He was challenging Plumpy. Now he's P7 by almost 3 seconds. And it looks like we have driver off track for a second. That was interesting. Either way, Rockstar has broken out of DRS. And wait, Alex has dropped another position. Was it Alex that was off? And Plumpy dive bombs Alex, pushes him off the track. Alex into the gravel. But Alex got a way better start. I think they both will have DRS here, though, so it's going to be a challenge to see who has actually harvested their ERS better. And Alex has 0 ERS. Plumpy has now 0 ERS. But I don't think Alex can catch. No, he won't. That will be interesting for the stewards. As Alex dive bombs Plumpy now. They both almost locked tires. And Alex into the wall, and Alex DNFs. Alex DNFs will start P18 for the race, and his tire is glitching, and it's big, and it's just stuck in the gravel, and I don't know what I'm looking at, and I'm kind of scared. And I can see it on CM Logan's screen as well. Holy crap. Anyways, Kool-Aid Man with a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That will be studied by the stewards. Plumpy dive bombs Alex. Alex gets angry. Dive bombs Plumpy. And now we have a safety car, and Alex's entire race is over, and he's going to start right in the back of the grid. Not a good race for Williams, and definitely not good for their cost cap. 7 laps to decide the second ever ERS sprint race winner. Alex has always been the ERS sprint race pole sitter, or sprint pole sitter. However, it's impossible for him to win 2 in a row, as he is P18 and will start P18 and has DNF'd. So, who will take the top step this time? However, Matt might get a really bad start, and yes, he does. Matt under significant pressure already. Steamrat's going to try to make a move. Rockstar's going to for sure try to make a move as well. Might be risky though. Plumpy trying to make a move. Now we got all 4 drivers. Rockstar pulls out. Plumpy doesn't want to. And he might try to do a switchback. He's going on the outside. No, he has stuck behind. Does he even try to dive on the outside? He might do it. Plumpy though has had wing damage before. He doesn't want to risk anything. No, he tucks right back behind. But now Rockstar lost the position from Plumpy dive bombing another driver. 3-second time penalty for pineapples, and everybody is so bunched up. Every time penalty is going to start to matter. Damien, being out of DRS, needs to use every last second on every last lap he has to try to break away now that no one has DRS to catch him. Matt does not have DRS, but Steermat still does. He needs to get Steermat away from him if he wants to have any chance. However, Steermat, way better entrance, way better exit, tries to go on the outside. Matt closes the door. Don't pull a 3-second time penalty. The Steermat's still stuck behind. Everybody is in a DRS train now. The question is, who's going to get out of it? He's losing the back of Burt, and now he's going to be under pressure by absolutely everybody. He better have saved his ERS, because if he has not, he's going to start to struggle. No, he is not. What about Steermat? Steermat has ERS, and so does Plumpy. Plumpy is thinking about the outside. No, he doesn't. He has to tuck behind. There's no way he was going to risk that, but it looks like. And Plumpy with 3-second time penalty. Plumpy, 3-second time penalty, trying to maximize his exit, and has actually just minimized his race result. But here goes nothing. 2 Ferraris behind Matt. Matt right on the back of every last one of them. Matt is not harvesting ERS, and Gank Plumpy will take the position. Close the door. Now he has Stimrat to get past, and he's probably going to get past Stimrat soon, as he does not want him to take any more track time. He does not need. Another 3 seconds goes to Snuck Me Bang. These guys need to figure out these track limits if they want to have any chance at winning this race. An amazing entrance goes to the Ferrari driver. Now Matt will be under pressure by the next Ferrari driver. Rez, yes, still in P7. Good result, but his 9 seconds with the time penalties will move him out of the points, and he has to know that. He needs to figure out a way, but it looks like Polder, even struggling with race pace, is still going to move up to the points with the time penalties up ahead. Matt also knows, though, that Plumpy has a 3-second time penalty, so he doesn't need to be too careful, but he doesn't need to be too aggressive, as he will technically gain the position back later. However, he's already dropped out of ERS, or DRS, and now he needs to try everything in his power to gain it back. Clay, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. However, that was his first time penalty of the evening. Matt now out of DRS. He's got the hope and pray to God that he get. No, he would not have got it. I don't know if he got it before. He got back in DRS, and now he got right back out of it, and it does not look like he has it. And no, he does not, so now he's going to be under pressure. But Plumpy, on the inside, on the outside, he chooses the outside line, but I think he can just take the line. Yes, he can. Plumpy up to P3, but he does have time penalty. But now he needs to try to sail on home, but Rockstar gets a 3-second time penalty. Matt has been consistent every lap and has yet to get a time penalty, but is dropping back due to the lack of aggression. Matt, as I say that, both Matts get 3 seconds worth of time penalty. Matt and Matt get 6 seconds worth of time penalties in total, dished out to the drivers. Now almost everybody has a time penalty. Stimrat has yet to get one, but for hitting the back of somebody, he's probably going to get a 10-second, so it probably doesn't even matter. It's looking like Polar can move up a great deal of positions here, and still convert. We're looking for an amazing result for some of these drivers. Damien's into the pits though. I don't know why, because he might only have like 1 lap left of racing. Damien could have just screwed up everything. Everyone's seeing Damien going to the pits. They ain't going. Damien's going to lose out to almost every driver. Damien, no matter what happens, no matter how fast he is, the fact that you can't overtake anywhere on this track, when we have like about 1 lap left of racing, maybe 2, he's not going to make enough overtakes to do pretty much anything. And with the 3-second time penalty that everyone has, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Yeah, even exactly. Burt would have taken the P1. But worst case scenario, even if Damien loses a couple positions, he's still in the top 3. But now, Damien's going to be under pressure. And Damien could lose a lot more than just 3 positions here. And he's going to have to work his way up now in the actual race. Damien has to know it as well. Now Damien right on the back of everybody, but first I gotta spectate the front of the pack as Plumpy on the outside, on the inside, doesn't even attempt to dive bomb. No, he doesn't. He also knows Burt has 0 time penalties. So at this point, there's really no hope for Ferrari to win this sprint race. But what about Damien? This is very bad news, as Damien's almost through the first sector of the last 2 laps and has not made up a single position. This tire advantage might not be helping, as there's almost no way to make overtakes. He dive bombs, but he needs them to leave him room, but he is racing a lot of back markers here. It's a scary place to be, as Damien makes it up to P11, but he needs to find a lot more time. But he does not have the laps really to do so, and he overtakes Stimrat up to P10. Now I can't see because of trees, but he tries to go on the outside, taps his wing, doesn't quite get damage. But now CM Loken is not going to let him pass so easily. Williams locks up, and Clay gets another 3-second time penalty. Damien is in P10, but now he needs to get past the Aston Martin. He's using a lot of ERS early. He's on the outside of the Aston Martin. Aston Martin will be on the inside, which is the best place to be in this corner. He's got to take the inside, taps the back. Does he have a rear wing, front wing? Yes, he does. No damage, but P10 is not going to be good enough. As we're on the last lap here of the sprint race, Damien has pulled off an interesting strategy, and will have to settle back for the actual race, as there is no way he will catch. Almost look like these two were off the track. However, here in Imola for ERS, round 6 sprint race weekend, Burt has done brilliantly. He has put it up to P1 after keeping it clean, but we still have half a lap left to go. There's a chance he gets a penalty. There's a chance he has to defend, but there's no more corners that really you can fancy an overtake unless you're feeling very, very aggressive. Matt, though, has yet to bottle and is up to P4, and I think he's going to set a P4. Lumpy, I don't think he can do anything. Rockstar won't even attempt to dive bomb on his teammates. And then Matt probably won't. He probably knows his position is good enough. Either way, Burt, for the first time ever, is going to cross the line and be a sprint race winner. He won in Baku last race out, and now not last race out technically, but he won in Baku, and now he will win in Imola. In Imola, my bad. He'll win in Imola. However, we still have a feature race. Burt takes the top step once again. He's took the top step 4 times in ERS, and now he takes the top step for a sprint race. Plumpy up to P2, but he had a little incident with the dive bomb that led to pushing someone off track, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Either way, Rockstar P3, Matt P4 has put in a good result finally for his team. Let me just take a screenshot of this. Polar P5, MC P6, and it looks like Damien P7 after pulling off a very, very, very interesting strategy call. And I think in the end, that strategy is going to really screw his chances up.